There's never been a better time than now to stop what you're doing and tune in to Straight Up, TAB Radio's weekly podcast that will guide you through the difficult journey that is the punt. Whether it be racing or sport, the Straight Up team has your back. Now, from the studios of TAB Radio, welcome to Straight Up.
Great to have the live audience back here in the studio, and it's great to have the team back. First off, McGinnity, how was it over in Bali?
Yeah, hi, Mart. Bali, yeah, good.
Good.
Didn't go.
You didn't? Where were you last week?
I was down south.
Oh, down south. Oh, someone told me. Oh, you went to Bali,
I
Russ.
went to Bali, that's right. It was a great birthday of the great man, Graham Downs.
Graham Downs.
The future nightmare of Perth.
You're telling me he had over 80 guests there?
Yes, 74 flew from Perth.
That's amazing.
Incredible, isn't it, for a 70th birthday.
Was it subsidised?
It was a 3-day event. No. Oh, he paid for everything there, but no, the trips are all fantastic. 74 people.
Wow, that's fantastic. Good on you, Downsy.
He's a good man. 3-day Festivus it was. It was unbelievable. And, mate, great to be out of hospital, Calgary Regional Hospital. Quick hello to them. Probably our last trip up
the
there.
tuberculosis
Cats
ward?
Club. Yeah, no, got through it beautifully and flew back yesterday. All good to see you.
Yeah, fantastic. No, it was a good trip, and there's another one coming. Might as well tell our people out there about it. The Friday fish in the car park there at the Tats Club.
That's it. How good's that going to be?
3 to 6 will be live drive.
You and I have to triple dose with the vitamin C before we head off.
I think we'll be right. Like I was in trouble when I went up last trip.
Yeah.
They should have given me a Victoria Cross for that performance, to be honest.
It was unbelievable. Poor old Jeff. I still feel for Jeff. Is Jeff alive? Does anyone know?
Jeff is on a cruise going through the Mediterranean somewhere. Don't worry about him.
He wasn't looking good.
He's got an open bar. He can just drink as much as he wants.
I was worried about the aftermath for him. That's what I was worried about. Good to see you, boys.
Yeah, and just looking back too, that Tats Cup, the format of that race, will be into the Coolgardie Cup, and we've got the opening market on the Coolgardie Cup. Why don't we have a look at it? Sponsored by Coolgardie Tyres this year, the time on it.
Well, we do, Mart, and it still has I think it's fair to say a lot of settling to go, very early days. Activity's been pretty quiet so far, but we've got Ginger Baker at $5 up the top, Be Optimistic $7, Sentimental Hero $4.20, Border Force $31, Dancing Jack $101, Decoration $5, Feuding, the Feud Dog $11, It's a Lance $9.50, Ryewood $5.50, Santa Bray $51, Uncompromised $21, Verlaine's down the bottom at hundreds.
Okay, so bet up into that Coolgardie Cup. Ginger Baker's got a bit of weight, but brings the best form to the race. If you've done your form from the Tats Cup, the winner meets It's a Lance 2.5 kilos better for beating at home, correct?
That's right, Mart. And, gee, they were...
Decoration?
Yeah, they just kept backing it. It's 3 from 3 now in Kalgoorlie. The support for it was unreal. Track and distance record, 2 from 2. The support for it on the day was remarkable. It was just solid and just kept coming in wave after wave. I'm sure Tab Touch would have had the same. It was incredible and won well, but this is a different race completely, a different setup. Ginger Baker adds a bit of intrigue to the race coming up second up. But again, a great start for the Kalgoorlie round up there. Ryewood also... was a good run there, probably off the 78 days. Might have just told them the last 200.
Yep.
We did duck out off the stand and had a quick look at it in the yard, and I thought it was a touch big, but that's only my opinion. I think it will strip a lot fitter.
I actually saw it when it came back and it was having a little blow, so it'll definitely will improve with that.
Beautiful.
Now, we've got the Farnley Stakes. You know the Hannah's Handicap's not far away when we have the Swan Draft, Farnley Stakes. There'll be some Swan Draft on the bus tomorrow, don't worry about that. Punters. Brock Nealing is the racing manager out there at Perth Racing. He's going to join us because, again, Brock, as you join us, and we wish you a very good afternoon. How are you?
Good afternoon, boys. How are we?
Yeah, good. Again, the punters have got this unusual and tricky situation ahead of them. Currently, we have a soft 5 there for Belmont on the current rating, but if you look at the weather forecast, up to 35 mil Friday and a possible 15 on Saturday. So you're really betting in the dark and doing your form in the dark a little bit, or would you be going for a heavy track at this stage if all that rain arrives?
Yeah, I mean, as the week's gone on, it certainly hasn't improved, and Bureau virtually locked this in for about 9 a.m. tomorrow for the first front to really hit. So they're sort of telling us at the moment that between 10 and 20 mil can fall, in the morning tomorrow, and then another sort of front will pass through in the afternoon with potentially about the same. So, I think if we get anywhere near to what they're saying, we'll look at, unfortunately, look at that probably heavy range again.
Yeah, and Brock, just on that, it's good news in one way that the front seems to be heading us a little bit earlier. Not only good news for the races, but great news for the football, because the main front of it will be hitting tomorrow on the Friday rather than on the race meeting day itself.
Yeah, that's it. They're telling us at the moment between 5 and 10 mil for Saturday. The only thing we're probably watching for the racing side is those thunderstorms, which the forecast hasn't really nailed down. They're virtually saying there's a potential chance of a thunderstorm or multiple thunderstorms passing through all day Saturday. So we do, in saying that, we do have a bit of time up our sleeve that since we've moved those times forward slightly for the football, if we do get a delay with those thunderstorms, we do have a bit of time up our sleeve. Obviously, that has a little bit of a headache for the traffic and that around Belmont and Optus Stadium for the footy, but we'll obviously put, if there's a chance to run the races, we keep pushing on, and as long as there's daylight, we'll continue to race. So, touch wood, those thunderstorms aren't too severe. We saw that rain, that torrential downpour last Wednesday at Belmont, and saw the track handle that well. So, with between 5 and 10 mil forecast for Saturday, we're confident. The probably one for the pundits to really keep an eye on is the wind. It's southwesterly at the moment, and really just continuing to increase as the day goes on Saturday. So you're looking at 35 kilometres an hour plus. So really bringing those storm fronts through and those rain events through the day. And we probably, with Belmont circumference, you're probably looking at horses that are having a little bit of cover and maybe leaving their run slightly later on that long straight, just to peel out and probably not face that breeze as much as possible.
Okay, Brock, and that rail goes from true last week from memory out to 3?
Yeah, just covering that wear and tear. We've got a really good section of track. Haven't used that for 4 or 5 weeks now. So, back to that 3 metre position we're really confident with. Again, we're just continuing to spread that wear and tear across that home straight. So the home straight's very even. I don't see any lanes forming from the race meetings that we have had this winter. So, we're really confident that the track will play well. If
the rain hadn't come, would that track have got to a 4 on Saturday?
Yeah, potentially. We're probably close to that at the moment. It's just this time of year, you're sort of in between struggling to get it to improve into that genuine 4 range, just where you're still getting heavy dews in the morning as much as the sun's out. You're really only topping out at 21, 22 degrees for an hour or two in the middle of the day, and then it's cooling off again. So just with the track still coming out of its dormancy with that Kaiku surface, it does take a little bit of time this time of year to get to that genuine 4. Like you said, there was probably a decent chance we haven't had significant rain since last Tuesday, so there probably was a chance, but just with the forecast, it's not going to happen this week for us, unfortunately.
And Brock, and just quickly to you and your team, congratulations, mate. We've got through winter without losing a Saturday Metropolitan meeting. So I know we've had a couple transfer, but to get the industry right through winter, it's been a very wet winter without losing a meeting. It's hats off to you and your team.
Yeah, thanks, guys. And that a lot of credit for that goes to the provincial circuit as well, really supporting the issues that we did have at Belmont. You saw Pinny really put their hand up and take the brunt of it, along with Bunbury and Northam helping out as well. So we really saw that investment, that the second corner and those sort of things, and the upgrade to Bunbury really play its part this winter. And we thank those clubs for their assistance through what's been a tricky winter for us.
And we thank you for coming on today, Brock. All the best, and let's hope the rain does stay away in some part there for Belmont Park on the weekend. Thanks, mate.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Brock Neerling, racing manager at Perth Racing. So this race at Northam now, not far away, will get you to Mac. Look at the fluctuations. True Fiction has taken a bath. It's out to $11. Hot Headed's been around 34. Specking Leader of the Pack into 34. Mandible Magic is into 21 from 34. Gingerific has been $5.50, $6.50. Hello Veneta out to $26. $3.50 into $1.95 is Eternal Wine. Rockstar Queen is 19 spec. $4.40 into $3.40 for Velda. Mac tipping 9, Eternal Wine. That's the way the money's gone. We welcome Darren along for his broadcast here for race number 5.
The Perth Racing Preview is where the Straight Up team finds you the winners at Belmont Park. All the fixed odds markets are from Tab Touch.
They certainly are. The man who puts those fixed odds markets together is McGinnity, and he will have the markets coming our way for the first event, the MCA Polytrack Plate. This is over the 1,400 metres, and just before we get going, I'm interested on what track rating have you set yourself your form on this?
I've worked between a soft 7 to a heavy 8.
Yourself?
I think I'll be in that mid-range.
Yeah, I just work on them getting through it being somewhat sloppy.
Yeah, still looking for the wet trackers, but I don't think it'll be a disaster. And I'm really happy that the rain, as Brock said, and as the forecasters are forecasting, is coming more on the Friday now than on the Saturday. Because if it was coming on the Saturday, it would have been harder.
Okay, race number 1, the MCA Polytrack Plate over the 1,400 and Rockfest. Now, we've got scratchings here. Out go 3, 5 and 6.
Huge deductions, Mark. None.
Rockfest. Wow. $1.40. Champagne Crusader is 7. Artistry in Motion $3.90. Bridgeport 21. Miss Jamada is 81. And Moonshine Queen at $19.
Well, it's in a lot of multis, Rockfest, as expected. There's 3,000 at the $1.45 as well, if you don't mind. A little bit of each way money, Moonshine Queen. But in these scenarios, when a favourite's that short, they tend to stifle the win-only singles book, and they tend to be in multis, and it's just do your best from there.
Punters. Marts Maps. Now, they tell me there's some good Marts Maps merch. Have a look at McGinnity's cashed in. Ka-ching, ka-ching. Artistry in Motion in 5 and Moonshine Queen in 6. I had these two going forward. What did you think?
Yes and no.
Right.
I had Artistry in Motion with a soft lead and Champagne Crusader probably settling out in behind it.
I thought Moonshine Queen may want to go forward and just make sure it's
I was with you, Mart, yeah.
Decent speed in the race with the Avery in it.
Look, it was impressive, wasn't it? You can see why there's big money for it. Anyone that keeps watching the replay is going to probably have it again. Boy, oh boy, it was impressive. This was a great win, first start on debut. And it's really, really well bred. I'll just tell you, I went back and had a look at the breeding of this horse to find out how you get a win like that on debut. It's a full brother, this horse, to Red Sun Sensation.
Yep.
Nice galloper. And it's out of Society Gal, which is a full sister to a Hong Kong Jockey Club Champions Mile winner, Insight winner, full sister.
Full sister, the dam.
Yeah.
Yeah. Society Gal.
Certainly got breeding on it. So awesome rock. It was an awesome win. It was an incredible debut. Congratulations to... And the Pierces are flying. Clint Johnson Porter is flying, as we just saw again. This is going to be very, very hard to beat. No wonder it's in most multis. I'm a little bit worried when the danger to it, or on paper the danger to it is the leader, which is Artistry in Motion, because I've been a little bit suspect on when we're getting these storm fronts through, the leader's winning. I've been a little bit going back through the history of the last couple of, few weeks. The leaders don't seem to be winning, and that's my problem here. This will probably get the soft lead from 7. I think it'll be in front, but boy, oh boy, it's going to be good. It's going to have to be very, very good to keep this horse out. This was one of the debuts of the season, of the year, I'd say. There you go, the last 12 months. Probably equal with the other horse that came out and waltzed in twice in a row.
Oh, Twisted Steel.
Twisted Steel. So this was very, very impressive. If you don't believe me, go back and have a look at the replay. It drops 2 kilos on that, coming out of a midweeker into a Saturday grade. Champagne Crusaders had 6 goes. It did win its race at Northern. It was a maiden. It's probably third pick behind Artistry in Motion, and then the race sort of falls away. Bridgeport was disappointing on debut for a high-priced yearling, paid $3.50 for it, but it is probably bred to get a little bit of ground, being a full brother to Zip Away and related to Fashion Stakes. Moonshine Queen, no doubt the $51 has disappeared. It's in about $18, I think, or $19. I think it had every possible on debut, but it was a heavy 8 and it probably should strip fitter because of it. And, of course, coming again from the same stable as the favourite. But Rockfest, boy, oh boy, that was some debut. Should get us off to a fly. Nice early start too, Mart, with the footy. 12. Yes, 12-14 is the early kick away there.
12-14.
Yes.
12-14, you reckon, Mark?
Yeah, we'll start at 12-14. And that is great news also that we do have that little half an hour up our sleeve if there's a problem there during the day. Say we get a downpour during the day, I don't think we will. Or some lightning activity.
Are you fielding?
This week, no.
No.
I'm off to the football.
But
I'll go out there first. I'm going to Belmont first, then I'm going to roll across.
As a lot of our punters will be.
Good.
Is the footy will be on out there, though, wouldn't it?
When
For those
you
that
have
can't
those
get in.
big margin winners, when you have them, normally you tend to see them being leaders or leading types that streak. When you see them overtake the field like that and win by a real big space, it's very impressive. I was disappointed in Bridgeport. I genuinely didn't think there would have been much between it and Rockfest, and who knows what we might see in the future from Bridgeport. But that was, putrid's probably about as nice a word as you could use. So we'll see if the gear makes a difference, but otherwise maybe it's a prep away.
That's right. And the Winkers there are a good addition. It needed something from that. I did note also in the Stewards report that they did say that they'd probably tip it out after that run, but they've obviously
they said short let up. Right. They said short let up, and they honoured that statement by giving it a very short let up.
It's the shortest let up of all time.
Welcome to Straight Up. To have your say, send in a text on 0427 789 571. The best texter on today's show will win a $100 voucher to be redeemed at the magnificent Mundaring Hotel, the heart of the hills since 1899. Go to mundaringhotel.com.au.
Okay. We've got one off that text line. Afternoon champions. I had the good fortune of running into the Peng at the Fremantle TAB today. I gave him a compliment on his radio advert speaking debut for the roadshow ad. He's good in that. Be careful if he rocks up tomorrow, as he was not happy, dropped a few expletives, kicked the ground with his new Asics and started pacing the TAB floor, muttering something about getting paid royalties. Thanks, champs. Now,
who's that from?
I didn't actually say. Who do you reckon it's from?
I don't know.
McKennedy, you're a good judge of a texter.
Right.
Very good start.
Outstanding contender.
Race 6, number 4 is an Omen tip. We just said that. Tim, if there's anything you like on Saturday, multi it into Manhattan Strip this afternoon. If it doesn't win, I'll be giving everybody a piggyback to the Mundaring on Friday from Tim in Lansdale.
Gee, that's confidence.
Love it.
What price is the strip?
$3.
Okay.
2 to 1, if you will.
Each way all day.
Let's move this on to race number 2, just before the rain hits. Tab Touch West Speed Platinum Handicap, Spring Series Heat over the 1300. And one on patrol. He's 320. And we're scratching Koondle the 5. 2 Corn Cobb, 653. Success Players 15. 4 Bar Time, 850 into 650 after opening at 6. 6 Talk Away, 6 into 480. 7 Right to Silence, $4. 8 Fortune's Luck at 14. And 9 Bell Journey at 26.
Right to Silence, $500 at $4. Bar Time, local pro money, $300 there at the $750. On Patrol, $500 there at the $310. Oh, champion. Talkaway, ESP money each way there at the $6 in. And a bit of specking Corn Cob as well in a nice little race. Marchmaps.com.
Yeah, I thought it was bar time for an early lead. Right to Silence is the one from 7, probably taking a closer connection to the race, along with number 8, Fortune's Luck. But I thought bar time out in front.
Corn Cob might settle handy too.
Can do.
Success Play on its day, been known to, but probably not from out there.
Another good race, very competitive race. 3 or 4 top chances, I think, in it. Bar Time will be the leader, has no issues whatsoever with the wet. Its wet form is it's basically been placed, one or placed 5 of the 9 starts it's had on rain affected going. Talk Away, quite impressive. It's won 2 of 4 on a soft track. I am sort of looking at some of these with that soft form. William Pike's the interesting one. William Pike onto Right to Silence at start 21. It's his first time that he will pick up the ride on Right to Silence. The only issue for mine, going right back through the horse's career, was both of its wins were in Kalgoorlie. It does seem to have a good liking for the wet, and the Pike gain, of course, is probably why it's been so solid in the market. On Patrol, as we've spoken about on this show many times, has had a great prep, ultra consistent. A lot of these do map back. Talk Away, On Patrol do map back, and that's where maybe Right to Silence with Pike forward may be able to sneak something away sitting outside of bar time. Like you say, Corn Cob drawn 1 might sneak up, might get a much better run just behind them there. Success Play isn't doing enough for mine and meets On Patrol 3 kilos worse for last start. And I think the race sort of drops away from there. Fortune's Luck, I think it had every possible there at Northam after box seating behind the leader. Bell Journey was a bit wide, but resumes after 156 days, no trial. You'd be certainly guessing there. But good race indeed. I'm sort of in the Neville Parnham Talk Away sort of lane for mine, coming across, sitting back, getting into a good transit and maybe getting over the top of them.
Is it not gone On Patrol as a $3 chance, the 3 for 31 strike rate?
Yep.
It's having a terrific campaign.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. All those 3 have been on provincials, haven't they? From memory too. But it looks having a brilliant campaign. That run at Pinjarra was enormous. The run at Belmont was enormous. The run at Bunbury was enormous. Should have won that race at Bunbury. Should have made it 2 in a row. Going super. Sean and Jake Casey, horses are going super. I'm just worried that it will be inside of probably a Talk Away. Talk Away, I think, is going to get a sit. It's a nice small field for it. It might, on the map side of things, following maps.com, I'm sort of in the Talk Away camp.
Well, at least with Talk Away, it's a younger horse. She's a 4-year-old mare, 9 starts, couple of wins. A lot of these others are fairly well exposed, aren't they?
Indeed.
2 for 20s. And
I think the key to this race might be how aggressive Bar Time may or may not be early in the race, because Bar Time, when it was up and about on a few of those heavier tracks, was freewheeling out in front and took care of him in one of those races, I think, at Pinjarra. And so certainly handles it and can lead and give a massive sight, so it may break open the field a little bit. But On Patrol, I think the camp's worked it out. It's likes it wide, likes to circle them, get out in the open and have a good long crack at them.
That's about the race in a nutshell.
Let's go to race number 3, the Morley Growers Market Handicap. But before we do, we've got that text line open for the Mundaring. And if you haven't put your hand up to jump on the bus tomorrow.
Is there a couple of seats still left?
There's still a few seats available, so it's not too late.
Wow.
Get on that text line now, 0427 789 471, and say you want to be on. Send us your name. 11:30, it's going to leave from out here at Gloucester Park. 11:30
a.m.
Ding, 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 ding. Hop on the bus, away it goes. Costs you $10 to get on. There'll be maybe a couple of beverages on the way there on the bus, free of charge. When you get back, Pete the Package O'Neill is going to run down from upstairs, let us into JP O'Reilly. What is JP's? And give us a $9 pint of Swan. Gracias, amigo.
How good's that?
Outstanding.
What a way to finish the day.
That's
Any idea what time that'll be? Or
you reckon that'll be the finish of the day, Rusty?
That's aside from the butcher.
I'm hoping it is.
The butcher's going to put on food and a few beautiful Swan drafts out there. A lot of people are still coming that aren't going to be on the bus as well. So it'll be a good crowd out there, and he'll look after us.
Gee, Butchie might have a very moist deck on Friday afternoon.
Now,
it's going to be some rain.
This is from Peter. No, he's got the wet weather all sorted. Yep. This is from Peter. Nice of Rusty Nuts to join us this week after living up in hot Bali the previous week. And no doubt using his winnings from his Albion Park pacer that won a few weeks back. Was thinking that if he hadn't been so selfish on the tip of that horse, that the loyal listeners could have been on a Bali holiday as well after collecting. Good on you, Rusty.
Yes. Bit of filling needed in the hoof for that horse. Hasn't started since either.
Okay. Now, I've got a big one there from Jared. I'll have to proof that. He's very good, Jared, from Scarborough.
You need a lot of proofreading in here, Mark.
Send out to, what do you call it, a shout-out.
Shout-out.
Luke Perozzi, a young man who's finding his way in this world in the Vantage Wealth business.
Very good.
Yes, he's a financial advisor of repute, and he's a part owner of Dark Ambition from Simon Miller's yard, and a couple of other horses as well who don't go quite as quick as that one. But he's an avid listener, and he said he wouldn't mind having a shout-out. So there you go, Luke. The Morley Growers Market, over the 1,000, and one Silver Eye, 659.50, and then they said, we'll trim this into 7. Pin deep, 712, back into 850. Immortal Bliss, 220, 230 into 205. Canny Rock has been 23. 6-inch heels, as you said this morning, as you took them off, $4.60 into 380. Under Influence is $10. Empress of India is $18, and Costa Zeta at $15.
Early local pro money, 6-inch heels at 600 at the 460. Immortal Bliss, 300 at the 220, 300 at the 210, another 300 at the 210, 400 there at the 210. Pin deep at a local pro money, 250 at the $7. Under Influence, a couple of hundred each way there at the 10 and the 950. Nice little betting race.
Bit of a Lionel Messi, this one. This is, you've got to hook into the premium if you really want to know what's going on here.
The deep fakes.
Yeah.
Here comes the AI. The AI here is required.
About to be banned too.
And let me tell you, there's some big news on what we're doing with AI. I'll explain it a little later on, but there's a big shift coming for us, and we're on top of it. We're at the cutting edge. So, yeah, I've left this one to you, Rusty, because I think you need to pay to get to the bottom of this.
A Kalgoorlie quote comes out.
Yeah, I couldn't I couldn't work this speed map out. I think pin deep, I thought, well, maybe it'll go forward first up and be fresh, but pads on the front, concern me there. Drawn one, though, it should be able to kick up. The other speed in the race, there's not really a lot more of speed in it. Costa Zeta races on pace, 6-inch heels races on pace, but they're not really leaders. Even Silver Eye is another on-pacer, but not really a leader. What I do know is the favourite, boy, is this horse flying. Immortal Bliss. If you're watching for the replay watchers, if you get a chance, have a look at the stewards, the last 400 on the stewards viewing of that last win. This horse just won untouched, went 33.71. Thank you very much on a soft 5. To follow up from a 33, nearly flat, a 33.02 at Northam on its WA debut. It is flying. They probably waited the 3 weeks while Willie had a break. It's had that 21 days in between runs, but Willie's back. This horse is back, and I think it'll make it a hat trick. I hate to keep tipping favourites, but
you're good at it.
Well, it looked the goods at it. It really did. I'll find you some value later in the day, but it looked really, really good. 6-inch heels, the trial, McGinnity. This has been backed, 460 now into about 360, 380. I wasn't taken by the trial.
Concur.
Sat behind the leader. The big, he sat just outside of it, Boots Like Bruce. The last 100, I didn't see enough there for me to get excited, and I kept looking. I went back and looked at it a couple of times. But trials are trials. Under Influence is a good horse. I keep saying this, and I think it is. I think it's a nice galloper. Tries its heart out, but it'll be setting a long way back. Can it run a 33.71? Probably. It's run a 33.27 and a 33.57 the last two starts. So its sectionals are excellent. And I had it about second favourite ahead of 6-inch Heels. I know it's got the better record, 6-inch, 8 starts, 4 wins, 2 seconds. But I had the other one probably as the danger to Immortal Bliss. So I'm a bit different to the market. There's nothing new about that. Costa Zeta, 742 days between wins. The bar plate's going off, a big plus, a big tick there. So that it sort of comes into calculations. Empress of India doesn't get me in town, and Silver Eye and Pin Deep. I'm worried about the pads being on the front there on Pin Deep, and Silver Eye first up. The first up record, not brilliant, and of course that trial, it finished well behind the other one. So that's the race, 8 starters. I think if you're on the favourite, if you go and watch, as I said, the Steward's replay, the Steward's vision of it, the last 400, I think you'll end up on this as well.
Yeah, super. Very hard to knock. Maybe, who knows what the wetter track might take a bit out of it. There are that many different levels of wet track that it's hard to know what a horse's preferred sort of track really is. But
look at the beaten fraternity. Snow God.
Oh yeah, the form's been franked.
Gromit.
There's no doubt about that.
The form's tremendous.
The form is, and it's a deserved even money sort of favourite. I've had a little bit early on Pin Deep at the big price because I love the trial, and I think there's a chance it might lead and get away with a bit, and I'm pretty sure it loves the choppy stuff as well. So there is some.
And it was a much better trial than the second favourite,
in my opinion, as well. But we don't know. It's just trials. And the other thing is, sometimes at Lark Hill, the rails seem to be inferior in trials. But I agree, it looked a bit plain to the eye, didn't it? But the money disagrees.
And they've proved us wrong before.
Oh, all the time.
Punters. Now, an interesting one here, Jared of Scarborough. We've been able to sort of edit this a little bit on the run. They're in the yard there at Northern too. Get your bets on punters. We'll go through this. Jared, I've been away for a few weeks and noticed a few changes. Trombone Travel is reaching into Mart's Maps ad reads. R. Morgan has given you all the bums rush to get his Coke bottles on TV. Well, we've got a gear change here today, haven't we?
Absolutely.
There is a gear change.
So the 3 days are gone. The 3 days.
Yeah. And the Mauler seems to have finally got the boot from sending his not-so-good tips in. Have you got his tips there?
I haven't, but I'm waiting for them.
Oh, no, I've got them.
Oh, I've got them. Oh, he's left me out.
Personally, I just got back from Ukraine doing humanitarian work with Craig Williams. Christ, he can talk. Ran into the peng on the front line. He sends his apologies for not attending Mundaring tomorrow. He's aware of the new ad that is demonising his clean name and will be pressing legal action on return, something to do with royalties. So
got to be careful. He does have a good lawyer, Peng.
He's had a few. This is most of them legal aid. I suggest you start a law firm, Rusty Trombone, to go with your other 10 business ventures under Trombone Holdings.
There's still plenty of time in a week. There's plenty of days, plenty of time. If you're interested, you can do anything.
Zach has texted in, afternoon chumps. Looking forward to the event tomorrow. Where do we make our payment for the bus? Zach, I'll be at the front of the bus like an old bus conductor, and you just hand me $10 cash.
Ticket.
Normally, Mark's accepting cash a bit further up in towards East Perth on the street corner there, but he knows what he's doing.
Thank you. Just reading, here's an interesting one too. I don't know if you heard about it, but Mick Malthouse got into an altercation with 3 hoodlums last night, tried to break into his apartment. Mick beat them off. Good on you, Mick. 72-year-old.
He did what to him?
No, he beat them.
Oh, sorry.
He beat them
up. Gee whiz.
Yes, you're good. You're good.
Where's the dump button in there?
He took 3 of them on and belted the living daylights out of them, gave him a good kicking down the stairs. Good on you, Mick. And
good on you, Mick.
A text here from Jack. He says, what is it with legendary AFL coaches? They all seem to have a run-in with thugs in their old age. Mick, Barassi, and I think Lethal too. I can remember Barras having a...
Do they all live in Melbourne?
Funny enough.
Just saying.
You wouldn't believe it that car theft is up 59% in the last 12 months in Melbourne. I don't know. Look, wouldn't know why that had happened. Everyone's just decided to steal cars.
Yeah, out of nowhere.
Why wouldn't you do that?
Why not?
Race number 4.
Buying one.
It's cheaper.
Unless you own the car that got stolen.
It's not good.
12,000 claims for stolen cars so far this year in Victoria. Why wouldn't you move there?
Has that affected the share price of trombone insurance?
It would do, I can assure you that. It's something I must get into, actually. I must have a look at that.
Policies are going up. Key Clean Handicap. It is race number 4 over the 2,200 metres. And I Love Your Smile is $6. 2 Long Jeans, $5.50 to $4.80. 3 Be Awesome, 26 into 17. Bit of specking there. Mystical Man is 8 to $5.50. 5 is Andre, 26. 6 Il Giro del Mondo, 3 from $3.50. Wicked Cool, 41 to 34. Beats of War, 21. Desert Edge is 23. Hot Light Chili is 26. Little Spec Olden in the end, 11 after opening up at 8 and into 9.50.
Pro money early locally was for Mystical Man, 200. 600 there at the $8. Some local pro money Olden as well, at the $11 in. Be Awesome, 100 each way at the $26. Good snipping there. There's been some more money, Mystical Man, ESP money. And, good little snip there, Arnray at the bigger price as well. They're snipping away at a lot of roughies here. The favourite has been Friendless with us so far, but there's certainly been national money. There's been a trim up there.
Okay, just before you get cracking, Rusty, David Short sent in news. We probably missed this about an hour ago, but Switowski won't play. I heard that he was doubtful.
Out.
He's gone. Out, won't be playing on Saturday night.
Knocked to the knee.
Yes, and he looked pretty sore. He had to get through a good training session, I think, last night, didn't he?
He's a big out.
He's a big
great
He's not
pressure
big,
player.
But he's a pressure player.
No, but great pressure player in the
Don't forget David Short's attack has dropped. So you go to Tab Touch blog and find all about it, and he's got some great news, and I'll share that with you soon about some of the big specials coming up. But I can tell you, first goal scorer special for all finals this week, money back plus 30% profit plus. You get a 30% boost on the player's price, and if they don't kick a goal, or the first goal, but kick a goal in the first half, money back up to $50. Also a 50% profit plus, same game multi for all 4 finals. Same game multi, you get a 50% profit plus. So there you go, bet into the footy over the weekend. Right, let's have a look at your thoughts in this race, Rusty.
The maps first, mate. We need the maps here on race 4. All important in a Stayers raffle.
Yeah, I'm nearly there. Just do a bit of padding for me.
Okay.
Race 4, we're here now.
You got it there?
Okay, we thought Desert Edge from 1. Olden from 4, Beats of War comes across from 9. That's where I've got it.
Arnray, right there.
And Arnie?
Yeah.
From 2. Kieran Scallon.
Long Jeans handy as well.
Yep. So plenty of speed.
Have you got Desert Edge leading?
I've actually thought Beats of War might. It seemed very keen
Coming
to lead the
across
other
from
day on the fibre sand. Did a lot of work in that race. An incredible amount of work, and it was a good effort to hold on for 4th, Matt. So, Mark, so I think it's the one that probably might lead from 9. I don't think it's got many other choices then to go forward and hopefully find its way to the front. These races, though, gee, they're hard. Every week they get harder, but you get value if you can find the winner. It's almost like a raffle. It really is, because when you look back at the race the week, the day after, and you go, wow, what won that? They're quite often quite different to what you thought was going to win it on the Thursday or Friday. Love Your Smile, nice return. Good return, that 5th there behind Triple the Chant. Long Jeans. It's been a long time since they've celebrated a win, 546 days to be exact. Both of its wins were in Hawkesbury in 2023-24, coming up for 7-day backup, ran 4th there last week to Amamis, that spoiled the party to some extent, Amamis, but congratulations to that team. Be Awesome's made ordinary the last 2 after winning 2 straight. That's the staying form here. Mystical Man's been well supported early. It does meet Love Your Smile 3 kilos worse, though. Arn Ray, another one of the on-speed horses, drawn 2. None from 15 at Belmont. The horse has probably improved a lot in the last month and a half. Il Giro del Mondo, the favourite. If you go through just its last 4 runs, you can see why it's the favourite. But and it does like the wet. That's probably the greatest thing in its favour. But it's no world beater. Wicked Cool, been a little bit out of form. Beats of War, as I said, worked very, very hard in that race where he held on for fourth behind Andre. Oh, gee, Desert Edge, not for mine. Last wins were Northam and Narrogin. Hot Light Chili gets a long, long way back, probably best on a dry track. And Olden, the only other runner in the race, hasn't won one for 1,134 days, which is a long time between drinks, and meets the favourite 3 kilos worse. So I keep coming back to the favourite. I think it's a tough race. Good luck trying to find the winner of it. It's tough. It's not one that I'll be jumping into. It's that typical stayers raffle, and good luck with it.
So that is it. We're covering the football here live on Tab Radio going statewide, but we are up to the quaddie legs here, of course, for the Mundaring Hotel.
Welcome to Straight Up. To have your say, send in a text on 0427 789 571. The best texter on today's show will win a $100 voucher to be redeemed at the magnificent Mundaring Hotel, the heart of the hills since 1899. Go to mundaringhotel.com.au.
What a venue. What a great venue.
We are going to light the place up. There's a big bunch of us going there tomorrow. So.
See what happened in Morley yesterday?
No? Oh, yes.
Yeah, we're not lighting it up. We're just going to go there and have a good time. Hopefully the fires are lit for us when we get up there.
There
that
will be.
Might be happening.
Yeah. Glenroy Char, first leg of that quad, 1,200 metres. Start time 2:39. Early start, 12:14 the first. There, so you can get it all done and dusted and across there for the big match. If you got a ticket, Super Session, $12. Stormageddon, a big drifter out to 17. Son of the Boss, 15. Rissoles, first up, 650. My Hidden Universe resumes for Johnny Doyle, our man, 420 into 360. Our Rocky Bay is 10. Yarra Lee is 20. Deferred on the backup, 420. And King Advisor, 8 into 460.
Meerkats?
Yeah, that's fair. My Hidden Universe, 600 at the $4. King Adviso, 600 places at the 245. A couple of hundred wins at the 750. Deferred, 500 at the 340. Oh, champion. You may have that again. Rissoles, a couple of hundred there at the $6. Plenty of rank and file money, My Hidden Universe. A little bit of ESP money there for King Adviso as well. So that's the trim up there.
Nuts Maps. I think King Adviso can lead My Hidden Universe. I'd like to see them just take a little trail here with My Hidden Universe, but one or the other leads.
Yeah, I think King Advisor's a bit faster out, a bit quicker to muster. You've got our Rocky Bay out wide as well. Maybe inching forward.
It's got to push forward, but I can't have it going up, testing the lead.
Possibly breezing.
Well, we spent a lot of time with Johnny Doyle in Kalgoorlie.
He did.
And
he
then
did. It was good fun.
Post that. He's a terrific guy and wonderful sponsor of racing in the goldfields and the Tats Club itself. But then, after Kalgoorlie, this horse went and trialled behind Boots Like Bruce in a very, very hot trial, to say the least, and I liked its trial.
So did I.
Hard not to.
You can spot it there in the traffic, but it wanted to go further and it wanted to go quicker. It was a great trial. Don't worry about the 7th. It was in a lot of traffic and was very soft through the line. Got a great record on wet tracks, this horse, and it also is a good, fresh horse. My Hidden Universe. Drawn the one, it's going to get the card up behind the heavily backed King Adviso. I don't know how the $8 was actually put up. That was a good value, wasn't it? $8 for a horse that was going to clearly lead the race.
Would you like some, Rusty?
Well, if it's available.
We could do a little private business.
Very good. I wouldn't mind having a chat to you after we get off there. But the King Adviso drawn to lead, drawn for, it'll lead. My Hidden Universe should get a brilliant run first up. Deferred, another good wet tracker in the race. Coming off the 7-day backup. Decent fourth there behind Scully. If you get a chance again to have a look at the replay, both Scully and Deferred were held up behind them at about the 250, 300 metre mark. Scully got the run first, especially again on the head-on. It got the momentum up before the other. It got out very much later. than Scully and ran it to within 0.7 of a length. So it is going good, and I love them on the 7-day backup, as you know. Rissoles, good horse, excellent fresh record, good trial. Loves Belmont. Stormageddon pads off the fronts, which is good news for the first time. There was Stormageddon resuming in that same trial. Very hot. It was soft through the line. Closed really good late with its 8th. Super Session, I think it needs a drier track than it's probably going to get on Saturday, according to the experts. And the other one, which I think will come across from the wide barrier, Our Rocky Bay, I think it needs a little bit further than 1,200 metres in reality. Hasn't got the best record at Belmont and probably would prefer it also a little bit drier. So I've come down to a couple there. I'd love to see the Specialised Engineering Services horse, My Hidden Universe Salute, is a 6-year-old, lightly raced. It's been win or place 10 of 11. And I think it'll go awfully close there on Saturday and probably, in my view, will be the horse to beat.
Deferred for me.
Yep.
Absolutely respecting My Hidden Universe and plenty of others in the race, but deferred's the one that's, I think, ready to win. You'd prefer to have a bit of race fitness on your side coming into these affairs on the stickier tracks. There's enough speed there with King Adviso, I think, Our Rocky Bay and possibly My Hidden Universe. So, yeah, deferred for me at the 450 will get me interested in how a few of these go. I really love the trial of Rissoles. I thought that was a lovely trial as well.
Excellent trial.
Yeah, a bit going on in the race.
I thought Rissoles is one who'd want it drier on his exposed form, according to AI.
Yeah.
I think there's a few in this race that are going to be impacted by a heavy track or a slower track, Russell.
Yes.
And Rissoles could well be one of them, Our Rocky Bay another. There's quite a few in it, actually, and that's why a horse that my learned colleague on my left here has tipped deferred is a bit of a wet tracker.
I'm happy with the
Good
Universal
run,
Rule
and
of breeding. My Hidden Universe.
It's a soft track. Hasn't been on the heavy. 3 wins from 4 on the soft.
I don't think it'll be on the heavy even come Sunday. It might have had another soft track run and go very, very close to winning it. Yeah, very good soft record. It's a good race. It is certainly a good open race. I think they're the two, My Hidden Universe. I think one will knock off the other. I think deferred is the horse that could be doing a bit of chasing here. I can see it getting back a bit. And, of course, King Adviso. Hard to believe, isn't it? A couple of starts ago, this horse was put up in the markets at $41 that day, one at Pinjarra. Remember that?
And the start before we had Chris Gangemi on, and he gave it a good push.
Oh, yeah.
Stable going well.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Really good. Greg L's text in, count me in on the bus, Mart. See you there 11:15-ish tomorrow, yeah, because the bus wants to leave at 11:30, so make sure you're in nice and early. Happy to bring a cushion for Riley to sit in so he can enjoy the view on the way out and back. Greg L, mate, he's back. He's ditched the blinkers and he looks fantastic today. I believe that Gangemi's paid $200K for Clemenceau after the Stradbroke 2 years ago, but I've not seen it run. Do you know anything? Regards, Greg in Mindari. We'll get to work on that, Greg. I'll take that on as a bit of homework.
Clemenceau. I'll write it down for you, mate.
Okay, here's one of Gary from Thornley. Hey, boys, I love listening to Rusty on Racing Radio. However, I can't stand the dribble he goes on with when he's on 6PR. I'm with you, Gary. I was driving in one Sunday morning. I started hassling you on air, remember?
I do remember.
You were towing the party line on everything that morning.
Well, that morning we were gardening when you were sending me in your disruptive texts asking me about what to do with weeds and whatever. So it was very, it was very off-putting. But sometimes you've got to do a bit of everything, mate.
I know that. You're a good all-rounder.
I'm a utility player. You know that.
There's a little bit of word going around. You're shooting up the ratings there as well.
Bit of green thumb activity there.
Yes.
Cut it out, you lot. You're making me blush.
The WA Racehorse Owners Association handicap over the 1200. I do love your adverts, your commercial reads. They're brilliant. They've got that sort of magazine read feel to it.
What sort of magazine? Like a Playboy or is it a Hustler? What are we talking about, Matt?
That's more
What sort of magazines do you read?
They don't make them anymore, do they?
They
could. I don't know.
I reckon beginning you'd have one if they did.
You'd have an old classic hidden somewhere, stuck together somewhere.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, that was coming.
Gage Roads, it's $15. Terra Teef Bit of a drifter, 380 to 550. B Bardo, 6 to 550. So as we spoke to Grant Williams this morning on the program, double-handed in this. Speak to Me is 26 from 31. Mrs. Spree, 18 to 15. God's Gate, well spec'd, 14 into 9. Ain't So Bad has been a good go, 550 into 390. Jelly Can Run is 21. Great Emotion, this is the Meerkat, 8 into 380. What's going on at 8? Just adorable. It's 26.
What price did you have at Champ?
I had it at, Russ?
I had it at 3.30.
Yeah.
Did you really?
I did, yeah.
Read out your 100% market, please.
3.30, $26, Just Adorable, $21, Jelly Can Run. 3.80, Ain't So Bad, $12, God's Gate. Mrs. Spree, 15, $41, Speak to Me, $4.80, B Bardo, $6, Terra Tiff, and $14, Gauge Roads.
What
That's my
percentage
exact
is that?
market. That is at 118%.
Right. You're not going to win betting at 118%, Rusty. You're going to frame them to 95.
Okay.
Right, anyway, going... Great Emotion, yeah, I've been... After... What was the one yesterday? Header win, $8. What was it called? $9 into 280.
Oh, yeah. I didn't want to remind you of that.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, that was good.
But
That was good.
How did we get the $8? We're serious. It won. It's made on a heavy 8 at Pinjarra, easily at even money. First up, then it went straight for a spell. What was the spell for? Can anyone tell me why it only had the one run at Pinjarra before it got tipped out? Is that what your query was?
Oh, no, my query is the fact that it was a Class 1 race. It's not... This is a fair bit stronger than a Class 1.
It won untouched.
It won well.
It won untouched.
It won well. The form's not great.
You see the trial?
And the form... I didn't think the trial was that good, Russ.
3 wide, no cover, untouched, just roamed up on the outside of them.
Beautiful work. I love this.
I can just see why they've backed it. I'm not trying to have a crack at you. I can see why they've backed it. Anyone that's looked at the trials or looked at that last win, 5 starts, 2 wins. Written Tycoon out of Impassioned, a reduced choice mare who was a wet tracker. It's also 1 start on the heavy and it's won it. Had 2 starts on the soft and ran second in one. Got a good fresh record. It's a lot of ticks.
Well, let's put it this way, Rusty. I think there are 6 horses in that race that would have won that Class 1 race by that margin or further. Is that fair to say?
Well, look, put it this way. By next week, we'll know whether you were right or whether you were wrong, or whether I'm right or whether I'm wrong. We'll find out very, very shortly within 48 hours.
It's an opinions game.
It is. That's why we love it.
And some are better than others, Mark.
And I've got to say, I love to hear a difference of opinion, and I'm sure our listeners do as well.
It does. Mixes it up
because a lot of times, and I'm not just saying on this radio station, but in a lot of radio stations around the nation, you tend to have all the tipsters agreeing with each other and tipping the same numbers.
Well, I can't remember the last time I actually agreed on anything. But no, it was just that one at the $8, mate. It was the only one during the day that really stood out to me as an over. As a meerkat. It was going to always be meerkatted.
Okay, so...
And like other punters, you're welcome to log on at 8 o'clock and do your best.
Yep. And no doubt he will too.
So the money was there early, obviously. Yep. We've got a local pro keen there, 300 there at the $8. Market sort of merged. Hasn't been that big. It goes another couple of hundred there at the $8. ESP was pretty keen at the 390 Great Emotion, 800 there. Terra T 500 at the 390. Ain't So Bad. Now, the money came Ain't So Bad when after the Great Emotion money came. Ain't So Bad drifted, and then the punters went, well, we'll be having a bit of that champion. 500 at the 550, 500 at the 420, 300 at the 420. B Bardo, a little bit of snipping there, a couple hundred at the $6. Jelly Can Run, local pro money at the 20s.
I thought that Braden Garth will be aggressive here with Ain't So Bad, and it'll lead from God's Gate coming across from 7, and then you can sort it out from there. From there, you can sort it out yourself.
Well, Gauge Roads sitting just up there behind them.
Yeah, exactly, but he's 16 back, isn't he?
Yep.
To 12?
Yep.
Little coming back in distance there for the Ronnie Brown punters.
Loves, the wetter the better for it too, Gauge Roads.
Gagey. Good luck to Tomo for his runners and also for his Fremantle Dockers on Saturday night.
God's Gate going forward.
Yeah, I had that cutting across.
God's Gate, Ain't So Bad, Gauge Roads. They're the 3 I had.
I set the same way. Very
Yep.
good. martsmaps.com on the money again. But I think it will be. Ain't so bad. This horse must have a lot of issues. It's a 6-year-old chestnut mare having only her 9th start, but a good record, isn't it? 3 wins, a second and a third. The return run was excellent. Probably just missed it when they started to sprint. It got going a little bit later than some of the others. Still closed off beautifully over the 1,000 metres. I think it'll be better suited over the 1,200, and I think it's going to get a nice run in front. I'm with you, Mart. I'm thinking it leads here from the 4. I think it gives it its best chance. The only query with Ain't So Bad, it is quite a big mare, and there's no wet track form other than that third on that soft 7. So that's the only query I have on it. There's a few problems with some of the other runners, or there's issues around them. That's probably why they're on the drift. Terra Tiff's drawn wide. Has won or play 6 of 7 on the wet, but up 4 kilos. For Chanel Cooper, drawn 9, so I can see it going back. Up the 4 kilos worries me also. B Bardo, up 3.5 kilos, drawn 10, picks up William Pike is back, had the 2 trials, 133 days between runs. Can go on the soft. Hasn't started on a heavy. I hope we don't get to a heavy, but the 10 barrier worries me there. I can see Ain't So Bad leading. I think the only real danger to it is the punters have identified is Great Emotion. If you go back through the horse's record, it's been very, very good. Still like to know why it only had the 1 run there back in April, but it's back. The trial was strong. Sat 3 wide. Just cover them. It really did just cover them, and it won untouched. Drawn 1, I can see it sort of sitting 1 back off. I'd like to get it off the rail if you possibly can. But they're the 2 for mine. I think it's a good Quinola race, actually. Ain't So Bad and Great Emotion. And I think that will be a wrap on that race from me. Any other dangers to my Quinola?
Terra Tiff's flying. Needs a little bit of luck, but he's handling all conditions. He's sprinting well, and I think the way the horse is profiling, I think we like we probably prefer the 1,200 than the 14. I think it sort of loomed. It was going to win. Just evened out a bit late. Kept chasing. Tough effort.
Up 4 kilos.
But is a horse that's humming and happy to be involved. Terra Tiff.
And probably the more rain, the better.
Or that'll be, who knows what we'll be racing on by that stage. But, Great Emotion, respect the money, respect the horse's win. I wasn't as enamoured with the trial as you were, Rusty, but that's the opinions part of the game.
I'll respect the fact that you've just said that, so that's good.
And aside from that, B Bardo, well, who knows what we're going to see first up. Gage Road's big improver. The wetter the track gets, very wary of this horse at a big price. And interesting that the pros are keen horses like Jelly can run.
I can get that.
Bit of wet track form there too.
Bit muddy, yes. And if it gets proper muddy, Mrs. Spree won in what may have been the worst conditions I've ever seen on a race course.
Oh, yeah.
How good was the call from Mac?
Oh, God.
Before we go to him, how good was it? How would you know was his call after they hit the line? And he was right.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the same thing he's looking at, and I'm thinking, how in the hell is he doing this?
Yeah, well, he couldn't get him binoculars. He couldn't get him on the camera. He just had to wait for him to come back into view.
I think he said the black colours. How would you know?
No.
I did the replay a few times, watched the stewards footage. I reckon I saw Dougal in the middle there of the race at some stage.
Looked like him, didn't it?
I think I saw Peng mid-track going for a little jog. It was a bit going on.
It was a good effort. And you could just hear in his voice the frustration. How did that happen? Over the whole day, they run a race and it pours like that.
Well, we
saw
great call, Mac. It hit us first.
Yeah.
I was talking to Mac down the line. Said, it's on the way. So the Swan Draft Farnley Stakes, I reckon we can get this done or near on done before this next event from the last at Northam. And don't forget, we have got Mandra chasing, getting underway at 5:42. So we'll be getting to Slavitsky for his preview first. I don't think we will get this done. We'll get the markets done and the maps, and then we'll come back and have a good look at the Farnley. Curramundi's 23, Saloon Borough's 10, Fluoro Neuro 310, Starry Heights is 18, Vast Art is 11, 360 from $5 is Cool Memory, Desert Nymph $7.50 from 10. Captain Chaos is $9.50 from 14 after opening at 10. Rockanori 14 out to 23, and Russian to the bar, $10.
We'll rush through these bets.
Yep.
500 each way, Desert Nymph at the $9. Cool Memory, ESP money, 800 at the 390. Russian to the bar, 300 at the 950. Plenty of Fluoro Neuro money, including 400 there. The 320, more Cool Memory money. Captain Chaos each way, getting snipped at quite a bit now. The Friendless Runners, Saloon Bar, Bar Start, Friendless. Mark.
That's it. Cool Memory for me to lead them up here, I thought. You gents, your thoughts there?
Yeah, it gets a softie, doesn't it,
Yeah,
Rusty?
I've got it leading.
Yes.
Yep. All right, we'll hold it there. Quick update for this last event at Northam, and the one they've tipped. This has been a big go. So Tim must have known something tipping this out. 380, 360 into 250. Whew. The strip for CJP. 8 into 550 goes True Apostle. Bondi Plunge has been 5 to 360. Now the Drifters, 8 out to 10, Covert Rose. Kalora's 8 out to 11. 8 to 11 goes Ishka. And Magnus Sheen has been around that $12 mark for Shani Webster. Final race of the day. Any tips, boys, before we go to Mac?
We'll stick with Tim.
Yeah, we're with Manhattan Strip. Mac has tipped it on top as well. Let's go to Darren. Jeff and Michael there and all the team. Riley Morgan back to his best there today, and Darren McCauley calling the lights out from up there. 7, 1, 3 and 8. Ishka wins. Holly Noddle 10, 64, 60. The Strip, I think the 1300 just brought him undone at $1.80, even up to a mile next start. Bondi Plunge no third. Quinella 15.30, Exacta 36.90. Trifecta 113.70. 7, 1, 3, 8 first four 544.50. 5 and 7 double 64.70. And that quaddie 2957 437.60. 6 and 9 were your scratching for Northern race number 7. Okay, we've got to our main event of the day, Rusty. We've had the maps, we've had the prices. Let's get the winners of the Swan Draft Farnley Stakes.
Yeah, time-honoured race. Just quickly going to go through a couple of the winners of the race previously. Danny Morton's won 3 of these already. Saloon Bar, Tell 'em We're Coming, and Man Booker. But this is a great race. You go back, Resort Man, Tell 'em We're Coming, Massimo, Mickey Two Toes, remember him? Ann King. And going right back, Winkin and Nod, one of my favourites for Justin Warwick. Rock Magic, he was just a wonderful Belmont racehorse, wasn't he? And then going right back to 2003, 2004 season, the Farnley Stakes was won by Timmy Stubberfield above Irish Pride. What a great horse it was. A great punter's horse. Corporate Bruce, another great punter's horse.
Buster O'Malley.
Yeah, the Buster. Mate, it's a great time-honoured race, and it's another good edition of it here.
A lot of times it was that final lead-up, wasn't it, for the Hannons? Yes. You'd come out of this Farnley and they used to launch out of this, didn't they? They certainly did. And great to see our man back with the 3D glasses. They have been recovered. They were lost somewhere. Certainly no one would have pinched them. They must have just been...
They're a bit of Where's Wally about that?
Oh, it's takes me back to the 3D. Jaws in 3D, it certainly does. And great to see Riley dressed up. So the boys are both looking very, very good there on Racing Plus as part of the 7 group. So if you're catching the boys on Racing WA, our man Riley looking $1 million.
He'd be listening in, so he listens in between races and he'd say, right, I'll just stir them right up here.
I think he has.
Yeah. And that's what I like about the man.
But with the glasses on, it feels like he's in the room with us.
He doubles down. The more you say no, he goes, right, well, yeah. And that's what makes him a very good tipster, a very good footballer.
Yeah.
And good at his art.
Yeah. And everyone knows him now. Everyone knows, that's the bloke in the 3Ds. Now, back to this race, the Farnley Stakes. Fluoro Neuro. Whenever you've got a favourite, I want you to think about this. A favourite getting backed in a $3.30 into about $3 favourite, who's been runner-up at its last 5, and even was runner-up in between them in a trial, that's a lot of runnering up. McGinnity.
It's a lot of coming second, Rusty.
Isn't it? Isn't it ever? Isn't it ever? William Pike back aboard, takes over for Paddy Carberry. Boy, that's a lot of run. For a favourite, that's a lot of times not saluting, going in the second box. Cool Memory, brilliant the other day. Led throughout, as we said, on martsmaps.com. Looks to get a soft lead here. I think it's going to be the horse to beat. I think it is the value in the race. If it gets that same sort of transit along, bowling along in front, it has no problems with a soft track, and I don't think it'll get much steeper than that. I can't really see any pressure in the race coming its way. So it's going to be awfully hard to beat Core Memory. I can't talk myself into backing a horse that's run 5 seconds in a row. Saloon Bar, going okay last year. Probably was going in better form last year. I went back and had a look at its form going into the Farnley Stakes. It's going for back-to-back wins. The interesting runner here is the first time it's gone out of midweek or Saturday grade into open company. This is its debut, Desert Nymph. It would be possibly the best wet tracker we've got going around here in WA at the moment. Its record's outstanding, but again, very hard to go into a horse at $8, jumping from 71 grade to 90 plus grade. Only drops 3.5 kilos, and last start it was $21, $26 around the place. Now all of a sudden you're looking at $8. So hard to find that. I'm happy to go with Core Memory. Vast Start's another one that goes good. The wet trackers, as we said, Fluoro Neuro, very good wet tracker. Desert Nymph, excellent wet tracker. But I'm thinking Core Memory bowling along in front could give them something to catch.
Yeah, it's tough to even find a breeze horse, isn't it?
It is.
That's my concern with the map. Like it's
something will.
It's
something has to.
Did you have to pay extra? Is that from the platinum?
Very good.
Something's got to.
This could be a twin spin where it just spins away in front.
How many days?
That's one of your best, mate.
How many days, Captain Chaos? Come on, you're the days man.
1,183. I'm not that anyone's counting. 1,183.
But if you took that out of the equation, he just went on his last 2 runs, he's in this up to his eyeballs, isn't he?
Well, the last 2 runs have been excellent. Dresco's have obviously worked the horse out to get those sort of runs out of it.
He's always had problems. He's had problems more than you and me combined.
Yeah, 1,100.
Not that many.
He could have sat in that room with us in the Palace there in Kalgoorlie and been quite at home there.
Some of Jess Finest, he said, we'll set you up on the balcony to do... Said, mate, that westerly wind, it's got a wind chill factor of about -20. We've both got tuberculosis and pneumonia.
We would have gone straight via St John's to Kalgoorlie Regional.
So, we've done it. We've done it at the end of his bed. I'm not joking, with about, a 3-foot gap.
Yes. It was a good effort, really.
Imagine if that was on TV.
A lot of knocks, but it was a good effort.
How are you going now, Gareth? You do a show like that with your TV show.
Yeah, good luck. Bit of a broadside on Gareth there.
No. Love it, man.
Over the page, Rockanori and Russian the Bar, I think both of them would prefer a drier track. They're not going to get that on Saturday, unfortunately for them. So, again, I'm sticking with Core Memory. Fluoro Neuro, wouldn't it be incredible if it ran second again?
Desert Nymph's gone off. The price is gone.
What is it now?
It's into Desert Nymph's into $7 with us now. The money's come overnight. So, do I want to forgive Vast Start? Because, I have a lot of respect for this horse at its best, but I think I'll just pad up.
Right up. Last event, Perth Racing now hiring casual staff. Chance for you, McGinnity, there if it doesn't all work out. Mr. Emotion wins. 1,600. My Emotion. What is that horse called?
Great Emotions.
Great Emotions.
And there will be some Great Emotions if it gets the chocolates.
Will be.
Sort of, what can we get to a position? It just says casual staff. It doesn't actually have a JD, a job description.
He's good when he dresses. He dresses very casually. Remember if they had that win at Ascot?
I remember the time he turned up with the 2 magic wands on his arm. He was pretty impressive that day, don't worry. Perth Racing hiring casual staff handicap over the mile. 1 Autumn Rebel is out to 6. 2 Street Band is 6. 3 Classic Rogue 31. 4 Hostile Talk 480. Calvinator 15, Magic Whistle is 71, So War is 21, Above the Peg 19, Lombandina is 13, Odanaka is 11, Behara 71, Mama Tembu 21, Twilight Tale is $4 from 480, and Gracious Deo is $51.
Outstanding pronunciation, Mart. Street Band Local Pro keen early, the bigger price in. What do we got? There's a few here for Street Band. They've polled up 300 early at the 650. I think it was bigger prices early, wasn't there? Another 300, 400 there, a couple of hundred each way there, street band. 600 places street band at the 235. Twilight Tale, 600 wins at the 460. Gracia Steel, a couple hundred each way at the big price, if you don't mind. Hostile Talk, 500 there at the 480. Another 300 at the 460. Odinaka, some local pro money, a couple of hundred there at the $12. Lombardina, similar. Nice.
Calvinator coming across just from 1, I should say, Leeds, and coming across from 7, Bayhara for Jimmy and Lactar. You got any other?
The bottom weight coming across as well, probably. Or kicking
Gracious.
up early.
Magic
Gracious.
Whistle handy, maybe.
Yep.
So what do we got?
Okay, terrific race. A really, really good rate of finish the day. Street bound, I can see why the support's there. The 3 kilo claim. Last 2 runs have been excellent behind Acadia Night and Objectify. Proven at the track, proven in the wet. For all 5 starts in the soft have been winning or placing. Only had the 1 start in the heavy, and I went back and watched it. It was that day, the 2nd of August at Pinjarra. Disappointing, but seemed to get in a fair bit of traffic there that day. A lot of these have got convictions against them. And again, you're trying to find reasons to back one. You have to find reasons not to back another. Hostile Talk, I think, will get well back. The draw doesn't help it from the 13. I can see it certainly well and truly back. First attempt beyond 1,400 metres. And it has only varied wet form. It's had 1 win from 8 starts on the wet. It's been placed 4 times, but then the 2 times it's hit a heavy track, it hasn't been placed. Kelvinator will show some speed. There's a little bit of speed, and as we said, Magic Whistle, I think there's others that'll go forward and put a bit of pressure on there. So War, wonderful old war horse, goes up 4 kilos though. It's had 1 win in its last 22. It does meet Street Band also 2.5 kilos worse for that 7 days ago, the 4th there behind Arcadia Night. So that's a few things against it, up 4 kilos. And from a positive side, Visors on for the very first time at start, 89. You see them still trying a trick or two with a horse at that age and that experienced. Over the page, Twilight Tale. We went for this horse the other day. I don't think she was as disappointing as the run looked. The last 50, 100 metres was excellent. It'll only get better. The extra 200 will suit it. It will be back though again, a long way back from the 14. So you will be certainly having your heart in your mouth as you come around the corner. The one I've gone for here. And it is a bit of value. It's taken me all day to find one, but I found one in the last 2. I like Lombardina. I can make a case for it too. It meets the top weight 2 kilos better, which is Autumn Rebel. It meets Odinaka 3.5 kilos better. Amy Jo Hayes goes on, drops 4 kilos. This is start 5 of the prep. The last 2 runs have been excellent. The win against Hey Pino was superb. It fought on very, very strongly against a very decent animal, Hey Pino, very lightly raced, very, very good animal. This horse is consistent. It's run 10 of its 15 times that it's gone around in the money. But I do like the booking of Amy Jo Hayes. And I do like the fact that, she's the young rider who probably is overdue again to be saluting the judge. I think that's going to be in her favour there. Of the 3 rides she's got on the weekend, this is the best of them by a long way. And it could be the Petticoat Junction, the Amy Jo, for those older listeners that could be saluting at a decent price. Well, you're getting good each way. $3.70 now a place. Drawn 10, you know the horse is going to sit about midfield. I think the wide draw here will be suiting this horse. I think they'll be coming wide into the straight with a bit of cut up there, coming to race 8 of a day where there's going to be rain affected, and I think it's the overs. I'd be very surprised if it's double figures. I think it could be a lot shorter than that on the day.
4:25 p.m. on Saturday. We'll just be getting out of bed by about that stage. We will.
We may be. I'm getting ready for the footy.
Yeah. I wasn't going to play in this race, but I am now at these prices. Autumn Rebel, $7 around the traps. That'll get me again drawn low, can settle handy. Obviously, you get an apprentice But what this might be able to do is settle handy and might be able to dictate a little bit. Might be able to go when it's ready and make a few chase. And I think I think Autumn Rebel's just really starting to hit its straps now. I like the way it hit the line. And it just looks a very suitable race when you think that, I mean, it doesn't always work out how you, unless you're a Marks Maps Platinum subscriber, it doesn't always work out how you think. But Twilight Tale and Hostile Talk could be a long way off at the top of the straight.
The latest AI report is it's hitting at 75.6% accuracy. The Marks Maps. Unbelievable.
Incredible.
Yeah, going enormous at the moment. And one I just wanted to impart before we get your best bets. The Maulers Mail has lobbed. Race 1, number 1, Rockfest, a best bet. Fair dinkum here has put BB in capitals alongside of it. What price?
$1.40.
$1.45 or $1.40?
Race 2, number 7, Right to Silence. That'd be a tip for you, Moore. Race 3, number 3, Immortal Miss. Race 4, number 6, Il Giro del Mondo. Race 5, number 4, Rissoles. Been known to eat a few. Race 6, number 3, B Bardot. Race 7, number 3, Fluoro Neuro. And race 8, number 4, Hostile Talk. So he seems to be very aligned with the Grant and Alana Williams yard there.
And they're flying.
Yes, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, why wouldn't you stick with the best? They're certainly proving that. Do you want my best bets of the day?
We're going to get them right now, Rusty.
Righto, mate. Race 3, Immortal Bliss is my best straight out bet of the day.
Yeah.
On a day which I think is a difficult day to be finding winners, I do like My Hidden Universe. I do like the horses drawn well, fresh record. Race 5, number 5. Race 5, number 5, mate. My Hidden Universe. And we're getting each way. And then my best of the day, my very best of the day, is in the last. No, it's in the last. Lombardina. Each way at $13.
I think I've been tipping that, haven't I? Lombardina. What about your good self?
Given me the potting of a lifetime for Great Emotion, hasn't tipped it. Race 5, race 5 to third at the 450 mark. Race 6, Terrative, to hopefully get over Great Emotion at the 650. Race 8, Autumn Rebel at the $7. They're the 3 I'll be playing.
So what were they again?
Race 5 to third.
Yep.
Race 6, Terrative.
Yep.
And race 8, Autumn Rebel.
Very good.